under starlight's beam. Heroes rise in this night they gleam. Pages turn and this fate intertwines. Saturday night, it rewinds. Spin tales, broken mind in that city's electric light. It's on, heroes fight, every moment feels so right. Welcome to that weekend thrill, where stories flash and dreams at will. In this world we take a fight, Saturday night special guide and night wonders, heroes unite. Comics and anime and brand new light. Journey through panels and vibrant screens. This colorful tapestry.
Welcome. It's Saturday night, which means it's time for Saturday Night Special, the 6th best show on Renovision. With comments such as, for the love of God, let your friend stay where he's at. SNS, and that channel is a rest area toilet bowl, and you don't need any more stinking up the best comic YouTube show going. And this is an absolute terrible watch. Such douche chills. How about we check in with Jedi Johnson and see if he thinks the boys are ready to start the show?
I still think we're more prepared than SNS, even with the rush we did on the show.
Well, shit, I hope you boys are ready to bring the mayhem, because an all-new episode of Saturday Night Special starts in 3, 2, 1.
Like your dad's nuts on your mom's chin, this Valentine's Day, we are back, baby. We're another Saturday night in the books. Sam, are you all right? You getting a little gassy over there?
Oh, that was pre-show. I cleared it out. Come on, you can't blame a man for pre-gaming. Pre-game?
Pre-show, huh? Welcome, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. I think we got a great show for you tonight. As always, we have best and worst covers of the week, news, anime, dodgeball, and missed connections. Sam Sticks is still stuck in limbo here till the intro music is done, because his internet is
Corbin in the chat.
Internet is sentient. My people, what's up, Corbin? How's it going? Oh. What a day.
Indeed. Yeah, so somebody tried to cancel me at work this week because I said a word. I said a word on a public comment on Instagram, and they reached out to my employer and tried to get me disciplined at work. It was crazy.
Not this year, Tyson. Not this year. I'm slacking. Is that Jedi Johnson with a tramp stamp? Is that what you're?
It is.
Nice.
Oh man, Tyson has the best avatars.
Yep.
The word Corbin was goyim. I used the word goyim in a public comment, and that was apparently offensive to somebody. She got real lit up. She decided she was going to contact my employer. My employer was like, "What does that even mean?" He's like, "I've never heard that word before." And I was like, "Hey, goyim."
It doesn't seem like the Phoenix Open is too crazy this year, because I'm not hearing about a bunch of arrests. I'm not seeing a bunch of stuff about it on social media.
Yeah,
It doesn't sound like it's too out of control this year.
Well, I don't know. I didn't go, or I'm not going. I feel like Friday is the day that it gets pretty heavy on the booze. People take off work. My whole office went to the Phoenix Open. I was not invited. I did not get the invitation to join them. They're like,
Wonder why.
You need to stay in the office and actually make us some money. So we'll see you later. Okay. Whatever. Everyone in my office was at the Phoenix Open yesterday.
Well, like, you usually hear about somebody streaking, or you hear about, like, you always see the annual, like, drunk guys stumbling through the Phoenix Open posts. I haven't seen any of
Yeah,
that this year.
like people throwing up on the golfers. Yeah.
Yeah, my feed is dominated by what's going on in Tucson with the mother of the chick from the Today Show.
Yeah, Nancy Guthrie missing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fake ransom notes, all kinds of stuff.
Really? I haven't paid attention
FBI trying to get some publicity out of this one. Why? Why would you ever want the FBI involved? With how well they've handled everything else? Like, no. Stay the F away. Stay the FBI away from this.
What's wrong with getting a little discipline?
I mean, imagine my boss is basically me without
What's up,
a beard.
nerdy?
Like we're pretty much the same guy.
Your boss is you without a what?
Without the beard.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you because Styx was giving a shout out to his adoring public. His one fan. You had to make sure he got that shout out in.
What's up, Tyson? But yeah, I mean, I guess that'd be a little weird. We were reminiscing on Thursday, talking about this lady trying to cancel me. And we were reminiscing about all the crap my boss has said over the years and how crazy the stuff he has said. I was like, dude, do you remember the very first conversation we had? Because we used to work together at another firm. And I was like, do you remember the first conversation we had when we met your first day of work at this other firm? He's like, no, I don't remember. And I was like, dude, we were in line at Barrow's Pizza trying to get some lunch.
Great pizza,
Watching
by the way.
Sports Centers talk
Barrow
about
Pizza.
NBA. And they're like going into the Jazz, and you turn to me and you go, I just don't think I'm into butt stuff. I was like, what? I was like, where did that come from? Why are you looking at me? Why are you telling me, man? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Why would you ever?
Did you say it as high pitched as that too? What?
I was like, what? Maybe you are. I don't know. No, it was just it just threw me for a loop. I was like, where did that come from? Why are you thinking about that right now? Why does the NBA make you think about butt stuff? What's going on here? Let's get to the bottom of this, you know.
Let's unpack that.
Let's fudge pack that.
Let's unpack that like whatever is packed in your prison wallet.
Whoa. Careful.
And so we had a little reminiscing. Like he said some pretty spicy things over the years. So he was like, goyim in abundance like that. Who cares? Who cares about that? And that was me commenting on the Phoenix Open. That's why.
Apparently that Karen cared tremendously about it.
She was super turned about the whole thing. She was like, what? How dare you? How dare you say this about white people? And I was like, okay. Yeah, well.
I wonder if she went to the paper about it too.
I am one. So what are you going to do? You're going to go to the bar? You're going to report me to the bar?
You're going to get a phone call from the Phoenix New Times. They're going to be like, would you like to comment on goyim in abundance?
yeah, that's funny. That's my comment.
Absolutely, I would.
I think that's funny. They're like, do you think Epstein is funny? Not all of it. Most of it, no. But that particular part, I think, is very funny. But yeah, there you go. What about you guys? What about you, Matt? How's your week?
Pretty chill, low key, quick. Nothing exciting. We got a new puppy a few weeks ago, so I've just been messing around dealing with that bullshit.
I thought you already had a dog.
We do. And then we got another one. I have Max, who's a black lab, who's 11, and then my wife has a thing for golden retrievers, and a golden retriever puppy came up, 3-month-old puppy, and next thing I know, it's now at our house.
That's a pretty big deal, man.
Congratulations.
But she's got a nerdy name, so that's okay.
What's the name?
We named her Cora. So
Cora.
she is the avatar.
Mm. That's great.
White ladies always leading the charge to protect the innocent.
Yeah.
Nope, no
Whoa,
Tyson,
whoa,
no
whoa.
butt stuff. No butt stuff.
No budge tip.
Coral was the waterbender, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I just
This
don't
is
think
a-
I've heard the butt stuff.
This is a butt stuff free household here. I'm on both ends,
Hope so.
Yeah.
giving and receiving. We save the butt stuff for Sam's household.
You know what? Don't bring that shit over here, Matt.
All right.
I'm not that adventurous. Exit only. Exit only. It's a one-way street, pal. One-way street.
You may be coming in, but you ain't coming out.
Yeah. There's a joke where this guy goes into the doctor and he's like, "Oh man, my butt itches so bad." And the doctor's like, "Well, where exactly?" And he says, "Oh, right by the entrance." Doc's like, "There's your problem. Stop calling it an entrance and it'll stop itching."
If Sam was in a butt stuff, he wouldn't have so many kids.
Yeah, nature's condom would have gotten in the way.
Nature's condom. That's a good way to think of it, I guess.
I mean, it's nature's
put it.
nature's utility is really what it is. Nature's utility knife.
It's nature's Swiss Army knife.
Utility knife.
Well, don't you remember we did that warm up where it could be your substitute lungs here pretty soon? If you drown, you
Oh yeah, that's
I
right. You
remember
can
that.
breathe through your butt.
pump your butt full of oxygel, and then you can absorb the oxygen through your rectum.
All right. Well, now that we've reached our quota of butt stuff in the first 12 minutes of the show, what do you got for us as a topic starter this week, Sam?
Well, the Winter Olympic Games started last night. And I was watching all of the winter events thinking, some things should have, this games doesn't have enough content. They need to have more stuff. Breakdancing was added to the Summer Olympics last or 2 years ago.
And it will not be back.
And it's not coming back.
It will not be back.
But I was like, what are some of the old games that have been rejected? And what are some of the things that we think should be added to the games? So there were 17 events, historic events, that are no longer part of the games. And then I want to get your take on things that should be part of the Olympics. So first off, we have tug of war. And I think this got pulled from the games because of how many people died or how many injuries there were. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you use a nylon rope as opposed to like a natural fiber rope, the nylon can stretch and then snap to such a degree that it can maim the participants. It comes out so hard and fast that it has taken off limbs of the participants. And so you never participate in a tug of war if they're using a nylon rope. Then there's hot air ballooning. I actually think that's a really cool event, but there's not really any athleticism necessarily involved in that. It's just finding the draft. This is the athleticism. You pull on the gas to increase the flame. You find a draft, and then you go. Not a ton of athleticism involved in that. Then there's pigeon shooting, and that's not a clay pigeon they're talking about. They're talking about actual pigeons. So this is basically pest control as an Olympic sport. The goal was to kill as many pigeons as possible in a given amount of time. You can see all the spent shells just littering the ground. Imagine at least one pigeon for each of those shells. And that'll give you a sense of how many birds were littering the ground. But my favorite was pistol dueling. they would have like the old timey gun duels. They would use wax bullets so nobody would get hurt, but they would do the 10 paces and then draw on fire. In 1908, it only lasted the one.
You would think a wax bullet would like
Deform.
disintegrate when you shoot it.
Well, I'm
Just
sure
like,
I'm sure it does, but it depends on how hard it's being propelled. If they're using a different kind of propellant that maybe isn't explosive, but like an air gun, the pistols they use in, you've seen that Turkish guy with the glasses who just stands there and shoots. He doesn't have all the fancy gadgets. Those are like mechanical pistols rather than chemical explosion. So it's like it's like it launches it out with a burst of air or something. But I think it's something along those lines.
I think it's
CO2, maybe.
I don't think they had CO2 pistols back in
No,
in 1908.
no,
I'm saying it's like a spring loaded.
no, not then.
I don't know. You would know. You would know, Sticks. You were there.
Yeah, Sticks is.
This is actually Sticks right here.
That's a young photo of Sticks right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's just. I think you're right. I think it's spring loaded.
that's
Man,
his
we
high
just
school
followed.
graduation photo.
I'm behind
He
him
was-
somewhere there.
He was on the dueling team. This is him right here. That's why he's wearing the headset, because you can't match the ears. But he was on the dueling team in high school.
Gotta protect the eardrums.
Mhm.
I will also say that dodgeball has been proposed as an Olympic event many times, always rejected. It's always rejected.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But we're getting flag football.
We
In the
are
Summer
getting flag
Olympics.
football. 5-on-5 flag football.
And they're letting NFL players play for Team USA.
It's insane. It's insane. to me.
Like, I don't know how that's even, like, football isn't even a sport all around the world. So you're gonna have other countries do try to put together
yeah,
flag
really.
football teams to compete against the best in the world at what they do, professionals in the NFL. So
CM Punk.
I don't think they should let professional players
well,
play
they
in the
used to prohibit them, but now they allow them. I think the Dream Team was the
Yeah, well, I know that they do it for basketball and hockey and all that, and but basketball is a sport that's played all around the world. Hockey's a sport that's played all
Right.
around the world. Football, or American football, isn't played all around the world. Like,
Okay, so here's what I want to tell you is that the flag football is both men's and women's.
right?
And the world's best women's flag football team is from Mexico.
Okay, I mean that's understandable. But do you think? I mean, how many flag football teams do you think like Italy has, or like?
I have no idea. I have no idea how popular it is. But
At least with Mexico, the NFL plays games
Yeah,
in Mexico from time to time. So I mean, they're they've seen the game.
flag football is very different, especially 5-man flag football is very different.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is.
It's a totally different game. The blocking aspect isn't there. It's just very different. I don't know. I mean, a lot of the skills will translate. But I don't know, like, being big and strong is going to help as much as being limber and agile. I think that's.
I think countries who play rugby will probably be fine. So
yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird to me that I would expect USA is going to dominate all over these other countries in flag football. But who knows?
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to watch.
Disney's going to make cool runnings too, but in this time it's going to be Jamaica has a flag football team.
Oh, we do have a Fidel update, so stay tuned. We do have some Fidel. But then, as far as other events, there's been lots of proposed events. What would be your proposal there, Sticks?
I don't know.
Cornhole. I don't think cornhole is in the Olympics, but it has been proposed before. So has bowling. I
Mhm.
mean, curling is not that far off from bowling. They do
No.
have
No.
like lawn. I thought they had like
Lawn darts.
not lawn darts, lawn bowling, where
Oh.
you're trying to get it close to like a
Oh, bocce ball.
bocce ball.
Bocce
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, bocce ball.
That's in.
I can
That's
see
in.
that. That's a good one.
I propose bagging.
Bagging.
Yep.
Bagging, like
It's a
grocery
sport
bagging.
where you and your opponent sit across from each other, spread eagle, with your sacks out, and you take a racquetball ball and you take turns trying to hit each other in the nuts. And the
We
first
call
one
that bowling for hollers.
the first one to cry out and pay loses.
Yeah, bowling for hollers. That's a good one. I like that idea. It's a good one. Another sport that probably should get some more attention in the Olympics is wall ball. Wall ball would be good.
I'm surprised pickleball's not an Olympic sport yet.
Dude, it's only a matter of time before pickleball's in the Olympics. It's only a matter of time. Have been watching ice hockey, Kevin. The women's ice hockey is going on right now. U.S. women's just mopping up the floor with Finland. When I turned it off, it was 4-0. 4-0. The shots on goal was something like 36 compared to 6. The U.S. women's had shot 36 shots on goal versus Finland's 6.
Yeah,
so pretty crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, if you guys are into sports and competition and kind of weird sports, I feel like Olympics is a collection of niche sports. Once it's gained, all niche sports have a shot at getting into the Olympics, and once it's gained enough popularity, then it gets to go into the Olympics. But dodgeball is not quite there yet. Maybe someday we'll get there.
He could be that secret weapon.
Oh,
you mentioned breakdancing. You mentioned breakdancing. I'm surprised they didn't wait to have the breakdancing until they were in the LA Olympics, because LA is like, at least closer to like breakdancing Mecca, I guess, right? I mean, not Australia.
Well,
you're never going to get a better
North Korea, South Korea.
They didn't place. They didn't place.
Yeah. Well, I meant where they were at. They were in South.
There's
South
your
Korea,
king of pickleball right there. Pickle Dom. He likes the gherkins. He's a fan of the gherkins. But
he's a classic, man.
What about you, Sticks? What sport would you like to see in the Olympics?
I mentioned lawn darts. That's kind of an old school type of thing.
What about competitive prom chaperoning?
Sticks with
competitive chaperoning.
Sticks is banned from participating because he's so good. He's so good.
All right, 12 inches apart. 12 inches apart.
I want to see arrow roulette.
Arrow roulette.
Yeah, have you ever seen the movie Grown Ups with Adam Sandler?
Like
you stand,
archery? Like
you stand in a circle and you shoot an arrow up in the air, and the last one standing there wins. If you run away, you lose.
Arrow chicken.
Yeah, the last one to move.
Yep.
Flinching, yeah.
Jeez, that's scary. We were driving by an archery range that someone had kind of just slapped together. And I was like, that's way out in the open. Imagine you're driving by and an arrow just like goes through your car, like it shoots through your car. There was a Mythbusters once where they said arrows have a roughly 5 times the piercing power of a bullet because of how much extra weight an arrow has compared to bullets.
Sure.
I was like,
Hey, Ed's here. We can start the anime segment now.
yay, finally. All right. Well, that's it for warm up. We're 25 minutes in. We can get started.
All right, let's get into some news. All right, and our top story this Saturday night is Daredevil Born Again star Vincent D'Onofrio reveals whether Kingpin will appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Marvel Comics fans have been hoping to see Daredevil and Wilson Fisk mix it up with Spider-Man on the big screen for many years, but the closest we've come to witnessing these characters interact was a brief cameo of Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock in Spider-Man No Way Home, and a Spidey reference from Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio, and Daredevil Born Again. Several different scoopers have claimed that Marvel Studios is planning to have Fisk face off against a wall crawler at some point, and there have been rumors that D'Onofrio may have filmed something for Spider-Man Brand New Day last year. The Cosmic Circus reported the plans with Kingpin is to have him face off against Spider-Man, which hasn't changed. And for Brand New Day, it's possible we could see a mid-credit or post-credit scene that would tease an upcoming bout against them. Unfortunately, it seems there are still rights issues at play that would prevent the Kingpin of crime from appearing alongside Tom Holland's hero in a movie. During a recent appearance on the Playlist binge-worthy TV podcast, D'Onofrio was asked if he can expect to see the recently appointed Mayor Fisk in the next Spider-Man film, and he had to say, "No, I think I'll just wait until they have the rights to my character and they put me in one of those movies, and then I'll figure it all out." Of course, even if D'Onofrio was going to appear, he'd hardly give it away, but this isn't the first time the Full Metal Jacket actor has noted that Marvel is limited in how it utilizes his character. The only thing I know is not positive. It's a very hard thing to do for Marvel to use my character, he told the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast last year. It's a very hard thing to do because of ownership and stuff. Right now, I'm only usable for television series, different kinds of series, whatever it is, but not even a one-off Fisk movie or anything like that. It's all caught up in rights and stuff. I don't know when that would be worked out or if it ever would be worked out. Actually, we're sure Marvel, Sony will work something out eventually, but for the moment, it seems the Kingpin will be relegated to Disney Plus. So there you go. No Kingpin in Marvel films anytime soon. That's a very odd. I guess I didn't know Sony held the rights to Kingpin. Is it because he appears in a Spider-Man comic first, and that's why he can't be used, and Sony owns the rights to him? Because Sony didn't.
How it goes.
Sony doesn't have the rights to Daredevil. Because that was Fox, wasn't it? That was 20th Century Fox.
It was Fox.
And they got those back when they got the right when they bought Fox.
Oh. Because you know why? Because Kingpin first appears in Amazing Spider-Man.
I believe I just said that, Sticks.
Yeah.
I just said, is it because he appears in a Spider-Man comic first?
And I'm agreeing with you. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
I'm agreeing with you. That's exactly why.
I thought you're pulling a Dom and you're going to be like, I'm just going to neglect what you just said and try to play it off like what I said.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm absolutely agreeing with you. 100%.
Which, like I said, which is interesting that comic book rights come into that, but echo. All right. But I hope that gets figured out. Sticks just heard you. His net is the past. That's right. That's true. His internet does keep him in the past. But I would love to see Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin show up in Amazing Spider-Man, or why can't you have Spider-Man show up in Brand New Day? Maybe it's vice versa. Maybe Disney can't use him for live action TV shows, only animated shows. I don't know. I feel like sky's the limit, and the way this Sony Marvel relationship has been, that they should have no problem using these characters. But
I guess the idea, and correct me if I'm wrong, because Daredevil is technically a TV show, not a movie.
Right, but Charlie Cox appears.
So that's why
in the movies.
What movie has he appeared in?
He was in Brand New Day. Or sorry, he was in No Way Home. Charlie
When was
Cox,
he in No Way
Daredevil.
Home?
He's Matt Murdock. He plays
Matt Murdock. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Matt Murdock. He does appear as Matt Murdock, but not Daredevil. Okay. All right.
But
yeah, you're right.
But like I said, I don't think Sony doesn't own the rights to Daredevil. Marvel does now, because I believe that was with Fox. And
correct, that was with Fox. Yeah.
Now they own the rights.
He was in that movie. So,
like I said, and you so elegantly reiterated that because his first appearance appears in a comic book, Amazing Spider-Man comic book, is that why they can't use him? So
yeah.
I'm glad we figured that all out. We went all over the place, but we got full circle.
We got there.
Yeah. All right. Paradise Lost reportedly dead at DC Studios as focus shifts to reboot. When DC Studios announced its Chapter 1 God and Monsters slate 3 years ago, one of the most surprising projects was a TV show titled Paradise Lost. While both Superman and Batman were promising big screen reboots, there was no mention of Wonder Woman. Few details were revealed beyond it exploring the mascara past long before Diana Princess was born. Game of Thrones was said to be an inspiration. DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn and Peter Safran may live to regret the day they announced that slate, especially as The Brave and the Bold, The Authority, Swamp Thing, Waller, and Booster Gold have either fallen apart or found themselves stuck in developmental hell. However, several other movies and TV shows are being developed, including Clayface, Man of Tomorrow, Blue Beetle, DC Crime, and Mr. Miracle. The Sergeant Rock movie has seemingly fallen off the wayside. Supergirl scribe and Nagora has been tasked with writing the Wonder Woman movie. So where does that leave Paradise Lost? Well, it's not good news for those of you looking forward to the series. According to John Roca, sources are telling me that DC has met with the writers of Paradise Lost, was taking pitches from Paradise Lost, but they've been informed that the project is dead. Paradise Lost is dead. It will not happen as a TV show, and not dead in the sense like, well, they're just going to wait for a script. It's dead as in will not be produced. So there you go.
Oh, that's a bummer.
No mascara movie, no Amazon movie. You're going to get a Wonder Woman reboot. No Gal Gadot. You're getting new Wonder Woman. No pizza. Everyone but me is on a diet now.
Sorry, Buffy.
That sucks, Buffy.
Yep.
Buffy's on a secondhand diet.
It I mean, I feel bad for James Gunn. Like this DC relaunch doesn't seem to be living up to their initial thought. Because God, how long ago was it that they announced these movies? It was several years ago.
2 years ago?
So far,
yeah.
No, it would have been longer than that. I feel like it was like 3 years ago. 4 years ago we were talking about this.
22? 23? 2023.
You know, we're going to get a second Superman. Like, Superman was supposed to kick this all off because it was back before Blue Beetle even came out.
Mm-hmm.
So when did Blue Beetle come out?
23? 24. No.
2023. So yeah. So it would have been like 2022 maybe. So yeah, we have Superman came out. Creature Commandos came out. Peacemaker season 2 came out. But we haven't had a Batman the Brave and the Bold. We don't even have a Batman in this universe right now. Well, we do, but we don't know who it is because he appears in the Creature Commandos. But no plans for moving forward so far on Batman Brave and the Bold. James Gunn famously said he doesn't know what to do with Batman because all the Batman stories have been told. That doesn't spark great confidence. And now we're going to just turn our focus to Wonder Woman before we even get a Batman.
All the Batman stories have been told.
That's pretty much what he said. He said it's hard to do a Batman movie because all the best Batman stories have already been told.
What?
No, that's not true. That's not true at all.
So,
is he talking?
Who needs an Ozempic sponsor trip?
Is he talking about?
DC is right on track. I'm an operative for Disney. Yeah, right. Did you see that Netflix? The CEO of Netflix came out and said that since they're going through this merger, they have deemed Superman a failure. They said that Superman was a failure and underperformed by documentation that they received in the merger. So, I mean, you can't believe all the hype that DC's throwing out there. So, I want DC to succeed because I feel the world is better when Marvel and DC are both strong and putting out good movies. Because I am a fan of comics and I just want to see these characters on the big screen. So I go see DC and Marvel alike. I don't champion for one or the other. I just report the news as it is presented to me.
I mean, to be fair to James Gunn, Batman did peak when Batman and Joker had a surf battle back in the 60s. That was peak Batman. Been all downhill since then.
Batman Beyond would be amazing. There was test footage out there for our screenshots from a planned Batman Beyond animated movie from the same people that were doing into and Across the Spider-Verse, which looked like Chef's Kiss and some reason never got made. Why? I don't know. It needs to be made, but because they can't get past the origin. You're 100% correct. They probably cannot. Or maybe it has to do with the fact that mouth-breathing fanboys like us sit there and criticize whenever they do something different, i.e. the Joker, right? You take something, you add a little bit of a twist to it, and everybody's up in arms about it. Personally, I like the Joker. Not fully a do, but the first Joker movie, I think, is a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's all about writing. Like there's any number of ways you could go with the character, but the way they handled Joker in Suicide Squad, the first one, was a misstep. The way Joker 2 was handled was, it seemed like the director was intentionally trying to get out of having to do another Joker movie.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Todd Phillips did not want to do a sequel. So he was like, let's make and I think it was a giant troll. He threw everything at it. Oh, let's make it a musical. Let's do this. Let's do that.
Courtroom drama musical.
Yeah. Let's try this. Let's try that. Clayface, it's interesting. I'm intrigued. You want Professor Pig? Professor Pig would be good. You know, Calendar Scarecrow. We've had a Penguin TV show, but we haven't had a Penguin as the main villain in a long time. Yeah, we were supposed to get Damian Wayne. That's exciting, but we're supposed to be getting a Teen Titans movie. Where's that at? Like, there's just all these announcements, but no follow through. We're getting. My question is, yes, they wanted to capitalize on Superman, but why are we going to get a Superman Part 2 before we're getting any of these other movies that we were promised in this Phase 1 or Chapter 1 of Gods and Monsters?
Because that's how Marvel did it with Iron Man.
Well, but I'm just saying, I don't know. Does the Marvel formula still even work? Because Marvel can't even seem to figure out the Marvel formula anymore. It's been, 7 years since they've had a good movie?
Well, that's not true. Not all the movies have been stinkers.
Okay. Well, all right. So
they have underperformed.
Okay, 7 years where they've had like a box office smash since Endgame and Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, announcement, hype, and fake out, same formula, pretty much. So I have Marvel formula, fire Feige. They share different visions.
Wow.
I personally think, I mean, I've said it in one of my videos. I've absolutely loved everything Scott Snyder is doing with the Absolute Batman. I absolutely love everything that's being done that Jason Aaron's is doing with the Absolute Superman. I think you force with the Netflix merger. I almost think you force James Gunn to play that Kevin Feige role. I'll go, okay, you were hired as a consultant to be the CEO, co-CEO of DC Studios. You need to take that consultant role. You need to consult. We don't need you writing. We don't need you directing. You need to consult. Let Scott Snyder and Jason Aaron's write you a Batman movie or a Superman movie. You have Matt Fraction writing movies, Jeff Johns writes movies. Like, you have all these comic book creators that turn into movie writers, screenwriters. Why not let them take a stab at a script for one of these movies? Why not turn it over to someone else? Force James Gunn to play that co-CEO, that producer role like Kevin Feige does. Kevin Feige's not out here writing and directing movies. So why does James Gunn just all of a sudden get to take this role? And like I called it from the beginning, I said, there's no way that they're going to let anyone but James Gunn write and direct Superman. Cool. He did it. And he did a good job at it. So now let somebody else go. I can't figure out Batman. Cool. Well, you don't need to figure out Batman. Let somebody who's made a living writing Batman, like Scott Snyder, write a Batman movie.
What about Steve Englehart?
Sure, you could let Steve Englehart write a Batman movie about how he was called
He's
a
too
gimp.
busy writing Boy Meets World.
Yeah. You know, that's just my thought process. Is like, dude, CEO it and get out of here. The Supergirl movie would scare the hell out of me if Tom King wrote the script. You think so? Like, I don't know, man. There's that's the thing too with these movies is there's so much source material available for you to get a good grasp on.
Is this equivalent to Kathleen Kennedy saying that there's no source material to draw from with Star Wars?
Pretty much, yeah. Or her taking all of the expanded universe at one point and being like, well, that's not canon. And then bringing it back into being canon.
Yeah.
Mr. Englehart has a bounty on you guys at every con in America. He doesn't even remember who we are.
He wasn't feeling well that day.
Yeah, he doesn't even. Dude, I bet you if you went, hey, Steve, I saw you on Saturday Night Special on Renovision, he'd be like, who? What? I bet you if you're like, oh, yeah, they called you.
Have you ever been called a gimp?
Yeah. Have you ever been called a gimp? Have you written for Boy Meets World? Are you from Indiana? Maybe that would jog his memory, but
maybe.
Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy will never be surpassed. Well, not from a long time anyhow. I disagree. Christopher Nolan's Batman and The Dark Knight will probably not be surpassed. The Dark Knight Rises, that's debatable because I feel like you could definitely do a lot better Bane than what we got in that movie. So I will give you 2 of the 3 movies will never be surpassed. Matt Reeves is holding things up. The Penguin was successful, so there's a good chance that the Batman 2 would work, but it doesn't fit within the Gunn universe. So it's not supposed to. They've said from the beginning the Matt Reeves universe is a separate universe. It's an elsewhere universe. Right. What's holding it up, from what I've been hearing, is that they don't want to cast a second Batman because they're worried about confusion. So they want Matt Reeves to just transform his Batman 2 script into the Brave and the Bold to where Robert Pattinson would be your DCU Batman and move from there. And Matt Reeves doesn't want to do that. He's got his own trilogy planned. He's already been contracted for a trilogy. He's already got his long Halloween trilogy planned out that's what he wants. And James Gunn has been trying to convince him to bring Robert Pattinson to the DCU, and Matt Reeves doesn't want that because they're worried about confusion and fan fatigue with having two separate Batmen at the same time. So I am starting to think we probably won't see Brave and the Bold until Matt Reeves's Batman is out, or we won't even hear about Batman Brave and the Bold until the Batman sequel comes out. So who knows? But yeah, it is sad that he died. I think the third movie would have been incredible if he hadn't.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan has talked about that actually. So there's lots of articles out there you could find that talk about it.
But I liked Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. I think he would have been fantastic as a proper Joker. I think there's other people. WWE Seth Rollins would be a fantastic Joker, I think, if given a chance. Jared Leto's not. I would like to see Jared Leto get a fair shot at playing the Joker and not whatever the fuck he was portraying in the David Ayers Suicide Squad movie.
Suicide Squad was such a
or
it was like
I'm forgetting the director, Zack Snyder's Justice League, like, or Batman, whatever. I would like to see him not be damaged and get a fair shake at playing a true clown punch of crime. But because he looks amazing as Skeletor in the He-Man trailer. But did he though, Tyson? I don't feel like he did. I don't feel like he got a strong shot at the Joker. I don't know. Call me crazy, but I don't know. But after Morbius, I don't really know if you want Jared Leto near any superhero property.
Tron Ares.
Yeah. But
at least Tron Ares reminded everybody that Tron Legacy is out there.
Yeah.
Which is a really good movie.
Speaking of Clayface, DC Studios delays Clayface's release date amid Warner Brothers slated shakeup. Warner Brothers Pictures has made some changes to its fall 2026 release schedule, and that means DC Studios' Clayface is now coming a little later than expected. The movie is shifting from September 11th to October 23rd, a delay of 6 weeks. It's unclear as to what the reason for the move is, but this will give DC Studios a little more post-production time for the project that's likely to utilize many special effects for the title character's grotesque transformations. Clayface has been slated to go head-to-head with the latest adaptation of Sense and Sensibility. Now it's being slated into the vacant slot left by Remain, which has moved to 2027. This brings filmmakers James Watkins' R-rated DC comic adaptation closer to a Halloween, potentially alongside DC Studios to market it as a full-blown horror. However, that's a busy time of year, and it'll be facing off with Jordan Peele's next movie, currently untitled, and the Rosamund Pike-led Wife and Dog. The Practical Magic sequel, starring Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock, is taking Clayface's place on September 11th. Interestingly, this change moves Clayface away from Avengers Endgame, which returned to theaters on September 23rd. Clayface was an unexpected added addition to DC Studios Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters slate. However, with the Swamp Thing going nowhere fast, it certainly manages to make good with the monsters part of the DC's opening salvo. Despite rumblings that Clayface was originally meant to be set in the Matt Reeves Batverse, it will be a DC story that the first time we get to explore this version of Gotham City in live action. I mean, this is a bold choice. I mean, I don't know that Clayface can really hold a lead role. I have a feeling that people are going to compare this to the Joker, to Todd Phillips' The Joker. I don't know. What are you feeling about Clayface there, Sticks? Does it excite you?
I like the idea of it. I mean, there's not many great stories in the comics with Clayface. I mean, you got the one 4-part series with him and Batman, but Not too many. So it's not like he's showing up in anything else besides Batman. So it's an interesting pick, but kind of narrow in what they're going to do with him.
Really?
But interesting. I think so.
Oh my gosh. I really like the character of Clayface. I think there's so much you could do with Clayface. The question is which direction do you go? Because there's so much potential. Like, he's such an interesting villain because he's basically, if you look at kind of the structure, or one of the structures is he's an actor who's fading. Like, he's trying to recapture his glory days, so he goes through this medical procedure or experimental procedure, and it's basically, there was that Demi Moore movie that just came out where she's like, she turns herself young again, and then she like explodes like that. That's basically the Clayface storyline, taken rated R, right? That's the Clayface storyline.
Cosmic.
Good one.
Cosmic with the dad jokes.
You can also go like Invisible Man route. You could go Frankenstein route. You go Hunchback of Notre Dame, King Kong. Like, this is like a classic monster that you can bring to life.
Right.
So I feel like there's so much you could do with this character. The Substance is the movie I'm thinking of. But The Substance is basically a Clayface movie, but it's women instead of Clayface, so yeah, I feel like you guys are kind of giving it short shrift, but like, Clayface is something from like classic monster mythos brought to Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see what you're saying. I just don't think there's not much source material for him. For them to go off of.
Okay, maybe not comics.
Yes, they would if they pulled something in like what you're saying, sure, but
you could write a movie so that it makes sense. I mean, the plot to Batman Begins borrowed from Batman the Animated Series really heavily, and just kind of threw together a lot of storylines from that and wove them together. There was a Scarecrow storyline and a League of Shadows storyline, and the microwave emitter thing that wasn't original. That was from Batman the Animated Series. And there's lots you could draw from with this guy. I mean, there's so much great stuff out there. So I feel like, maybe you guys aren't giving it a good shot. I feel like with the right writers and the right directors, it's not even that big of a challenge. It's going to be really scary, So yeah, I'm actually, this is a project.
All horror. If they do it like a horror movie, sure.
Well, I think it will work good if they. I hope that they go off of his origin, where since he's an actor in the movie, and that's kind of that's Basil's origin. It's interesting that they decided to go with Basil. I mean, he was the first Clayface, but he was an actor who was mad that they were recreating the movie he starred in, where he played Clayface, and so he started killing the actors and actresses in the movie, and then finally, I mean, he's eventually foiled by Batman and Robin. But how are you going to do that without Batman and Robin? Are you going to have Commissioner Gordon foil him? Do you have just Gotham PD, some no name? Like,
dude,
I just think there's a lot of.
Nobody foils him. It's a horror movie, right? Which is that he escapes. It's like Halloween. If you want it to go on, if you want him to come back and resurface in another movie, no one's going to foil him. He's just going to make a decision or be temporarily put out of commission, only to resurface later. And that's what you want to have happen. You want to be able to reuse this character. You don't want to destroy it.
He's still out there stacking nuts somewhere.
He's out there. He's in the swamp, just brewing, waiting for his next opportunity to star in a movie. So,
whatever it is, I'll watch it once it's on streaming.
Yeah, that's a pretty common sentiment.
It'll be on Netflix after what, 2 weeks? Dude, Netflix is gonna make so much money with this now because they're gonna have your 2-week theatrical run, and then they're gonna put it on Netflix to where you will have to have like the premium Netflix subscription without ads to be able to watch it, because like they hide their good stuff behind that paywall, where if you have the lower tiered ad version, you can't watch certain movies at times. They're gonna make everyone have to go to a Netflix premium plan.
There's an ad-supported Netflix version?
Yeah.
Man. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like $10 a month, something like that.
Well, there you go.
Alex Ross returns to Marvel Comics for Marvel Dimensions, a graphic novel. As well as the countless iconic covers, Alex Ross is best known for his work on Marvel's Kingdom Come and Fantastic Four Full Circle. Now he is returning to Marvel Comics for the first time since 2022 for a new 112-page graphic novel, Marvel Dimensions. Ross has written and illustrated the book that will be published by Abrams Comics Arts this September. The story is being kept under wraps, but The Hollywood Reporter revealed that it could introduce upwards of 200 new characters, many of them variants of those we already know. According to the publisher, after revisiting the origin stories of characters such as Spider-Man, the Hulk, Iron Man, and Wolverine in fully painted spreads, storylines twist in on themselves, characters behave in unexpected ways, and events ripple across the Marvel universe with growing tensions. Ross has been working on the book for the past 18 months, and has said that the title refers to both inner and interpersonal dimensions and alternate universes dimensions. It's meant to be as bonkers of a ride for the reader as it could possibly be. Ross told the trades, "You're getting one-of-a-kind entertainment, and then it changes on you midstream, and then you're getting a different art style suddenly, and then you're wondering, where is this going? And then the format changes within the book itself, a mid-book format change. All these things hopefully seem to unify and combine and come together, and it's meant to be a wild ride that it's throwing everything plus the kitchen sink at you. I know I wanted to touch upon Marvel Origins in some regards and had thought about that for years, and it never really sparked joy for me the same way as 25 years ago when I did it for DC." Ross continued, "I would think like, oh, that's just going to be repetitive. You've done that kind of thing before. Why would it be new? And this is my way of coming up with a very twisted new way to approach this. This should be a must-have for fans of both Ross and the Marvel Universe. The book will retail for $29.99, and Marvel Comics will likely share a look at interior artwork in the coming months. So stay tuned for updates as we have them. Probably San Diego Comic-Con, but goddamn, that's a hefty price. $30 for 112 pages. That just sounds like it's going to be a clusterfuck of a book."
That's pretty high. Maybe it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Maybe it's going to be the book of the year. Maybe.
Disney always acts like I'm sharing my code. I don't know. It's Alex Ross, so I'm sure it'll probably be a high-selling book, but it just, the storyline, or at least the way that the storyline is depicted, it just sounds like it's going to be a clusterfuck. But there you go. And in horror film news, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre TV show and movie reboot are on the way from Glenn Powell, because why not? The king of reboots and remakes, just at it again. And JT Mullner. The rumors were true, as A24 has won the rights for the iconic horror franchise, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The studio intends to start with a TV series, but as we first reported on FearHQ.com, a movie is also in the early stages of development. Twisters and The Running Man star Glenn Powell is on board as an executive producer. There's currently no words on whether he intends to star in either project. He will, however, produce alongside Dan Cohen through his Brainstorm banner. So there you go. More Texas Chainsaw Massacre on the way. And I feel like you have It Welcome to Derry to thank for this, as well as the Alien TV show, because the fact that these horror movies are doing so good and episodic television, you're going to get origin stories for everybody now.
The Alien show is so good. Alien Earth.
Have you watched Welcome to Derry?
No, I haven't, but Alien Earth is really good.
Well, Welcome to Derry is that much better.
Really? Okay.
You should watch Welcome to Derry on HBO Max if you like the It movies or gore. So, but
Cool.
I like
I like
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We'll see. I hope Glenn Powell plays Leatherface. See,
a handsome Leatherface.
if they nail it like Derry. But there you go. And that's it for news. Now we're going to hand it over to Sam for more news as he fills you in your tentacle-style shaped holes for big news and anime. Watch yours.
Just let into butt All right. So we got a live action Sakamoto Days teaser trailer. So we've talked about Sakamoto Days. Oh, Matt disappeared. Great. I need Matt to click on something. We talked about Sakamoto Days before, but it's about a retired assassin who starts a family, gains a bunch of weight, and then is kind of drawn back into the assassin world in order to protect the things that he now values. We did get a trailer. It looks very Japanese, I'll say, and kind of comic booky. And Matt disappeared.
Okay.
Now I can't have him click on it. So neat. We'll just look at this photo here. This is Sakamoto, the present day Sakamoto, and his daughter, Aoi. And then once Matt gets back, Matt, can you click on that photo there? So here's the teaser trailer. That's the young Sakamoto.
This is real.
I don't like this.
I don't either, but I saw it and I was like, there's no way this is real. I was like, this has got to be like fan made or something.
Looks like AI.
Yeah, this movie's coming out in like March. It just looks so dumb. I don't really like this.
Dude, no.
I don't like the fat suit. I don't like the fat suit.
Sakamoto at the end, man.
Yeah,
Pause,
it's like
you
the,
piece of shit.
like the fat suit from Santa Claus.
Dude, yeah. No, yeah. It looks like Sakamoto's a woman.
Or like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Like they're striving for like very manga accurate or source material accurate looks, which I can appreciate that kind of faithfulness to the source material. But Sakamoto looks terrible.
Dude, screen grab that.
I don't like this at all. Hopefully it's really funny and hopefully it's really entertaining because I'd like to see this material adapted better. But I don't like the look of this at all.
And it looks like each one of these wigs was bought off Amazon.
For sure. They're just regular cosplay wigs. 100%.
You're upsetting Ed.
It looks dumb like all anime does. That's what Ed said. Looks dumb like all anime.
Yeah.
So, or April 29th. I said March, but it's April 29th. Sorry about that. So not super excited about this. Sakamoto Days is a pretty good property. So hopefully it gets better adaptation. All right, let's move on to the next one. Rooster Fighter or Chicken Rooster versus Demons, as it's often called, is the anime is hitting on April 5th in Japan, and then it's going to air on Toonami on Cartoon Network here in the United States on April 14th. So just a couple more months, and then we'll be able to watch these chickens kick demon ass. All right, and then next up, One Piece spinoff called One Piece Heroines is going to debut on July 5th with the Nami episode of One Piece Heroines. This is the synopsis. The girls of One Piece take the helm in these exciting short story collections where each chapter features a different heroine, a collection of standalone stories that focus on fierce female characters from the world of One Piece. Go behind the runway as style icon Nami stars in a life-changing fashion show. Observe Wise Robin as she helps to decipher an ancient tablet with Koala and Sabo, and watch as solemn Princess Vivi receives a love letter from an unexpected admirer. And check out Ghost Princess Perona's battle over the last bottle of wine with Zoro and Mihawk. So these are just kind of spin-off stories from One Piece. There was a spin-off that was done on Netflix called One Piece Fan Letter that was very, very well received. It was well done. That's why it was well received, because it was well done. And so I think they're looking for more of that type of content, kind of in the One Piece world, but adjacent to it adjacent to the story rather than focused on it. And I think One Piece is really good when it does focus on kind of the human aspect of these characters rather than on the power scaling or the constant shonen style battles. So I am actually looking forward to this. Hopefully it's done as well as One Piece Fan Letter. All right, we got one more news story. A Japanese studio is developing a feature film based on the video game Tecmo Bowl from the 80s. Here's the synopsis. Tongal, the studio, launched a pitch submission website for the project. The company's looking for graphic designers and animators who can reimagine the 8-bit characters from Tecmo Bowl as 3D characters for the modern era. Tongal stated the goal would be to incorporate these characters into a live-action and CGI hybrid movie along the lines of the Minecraft movie. Tongal stated it plans to blend the game's distinct original animation sequences with live production in order to capture Tecmo Bowl's nostalgic charm with a fresh modern approach fueled by creators around the world. I don't know if you guys ever played this game or remember this game, but they've got to have two things to make it accurate. They got to have the shake and bake, and they got to have the running back with the ball and then throwing a 100-yard touchdown pass, where it's like running backward charges your quarterback up so that he can throw a really deep pass. Kevin says this is a weird idea. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there should be nothing but Bo Jackson just running the ball down people's throats.
Bo Jackson, dude, you gotta have Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson better star in this movie. Bo Jackson's shake and bake all the way down the field, baby.
Bo knows, baby. Bo knows.
That's right. Bo Jackson was a cheat code. If you could shake and bake with Bo Jackson, there was nothing else. And I love that there was always just like four plays you could choose from. But yeah, I love Tecmo Bowl. I don't know about it being a movie, but I'm not. Minecraft worked. So we'll see.
Well, they all work because they involve you being sucked into the video game. So is this going to be like young kid who's trying to go pro at sports is sucked into his Tecmo Bowl video game, and he becomes Bo Jackson?
Bo Jackson, baby. Blades of Steel. I thought they did make a Blades of Steel movie.
Yeah. I don't know. It was Blades of Glory with Will Ferrell and John Heaton.
Yeah. Blades of Steel was hot.
Yeah.
You could fight. That was the funnest part, was getting into fights.
I like Mutant League Hockey personally.
Well, there you go.
That's ever played that? Starring Keanu Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, starring Keanu Reeves. That's a good one. I did not play Mutant League Hockey, but I did play Blades of Steel. That was a good game. And then there's a manga spotlight on the last. This is a new manga that debuted last week called Kinato's Magic. And it's a story about basically a wizard or a wizard magician who uses magic to basically perform chiropractic maneuvers on people. So you got pelvic realignment, fascia release, warming circulation surge. And then he's the town's only mage, and he gets caught by some marauders and locked up. And as they're trying to escape, they get pursued by a dragon. And he finds out that his chiropractic magic actually has other applications besides just healing people. And it's only one chapter's out. I thought it was a very interesting idea. It has some charm. The characters are not like very showy or flashy. They're just kind of average people. And I like stories that are like small, about small dreams that seem really big to the characters. And it was kind of charming. You know, it was kind of a ridiculous premise, but really charming. And so I think I'm going to give it a shot, see where it goes. I really like the first chapter. If you guys want to check this one out, it's in the Shonen Jump app or Shonen Jump website on viz.com. It's also on the Manga Plus app if you're interested in that, but it's kind of a fun one. All right. So Fidel sent me this picture of him holding a bazooka. I think it's a bazooka. It could just be a pipe, but it looks like it's some type of ordinance. And just goofing
Looks
around.
like he's in the laundry room.
It does kind of look like he's in the laundry room. Maybe it's just a pipe. I don't know. But yeah, Fidel's doing well. I was glad he didn't show up to Dodgeball this week because I don't need him launching dodgeballs out of a cannon.
Is he back in town?
No. This is from San Diego.
Oh, okay.
His hair is a little long for being in the military, huh?
Well, he keeps it tight on the sides, but yeah, on the top it's real long and curly. I guess most of the time it's under a little cap, the little cap.
Fidel's your fortune.
I hope his social awareness increases in the Navy, but
that's a pretty sweet pussy duster he's got on his face there.
Well, let's hope it's being used for that and not dick tickler.
If President Bush can do it off an airplane on the aircraft carrier, Fidel can do it in the laundry room.
Yeah. Watch me drive this ball. Yeah.
It looks like he's got a little cum stain right there.
He's out there.
He definitely doesn't look like he's put together like they normally demand you to be because his shirt's all wrinkled and he's got a stain right there.
Yeah. He doesn't seem very kept in this photo, does he?
Fidel's got a nice womb broom. No one tells a killing machine like Fidel what length to keep his hair.
The lion doesn't concern himself with hair length.
Nice womb broom. That's a good one.
A womb broom. Yeah, I got to remember that one. And that'll bring us to the dodgeball highlights. Got a couple of these. Take your pick.
I'll go highlight.
All right. So this one is me taking out a side by myself, and every out's kind of interspersed with me dodging. This one dodge, which was pretty fun. My son threw the ball at me, and I saw it just as it was getting to me, and so I did this kind of surprise dodge reaction, but I did manage to avoid it. And then I went on to take out the side. So there goes Thaddeus, there goes Mitch, there goes that guy, there goes Ace, and there goes the new guy, whatever his name was. I think his name is Jose.
The new guy.
I don't remember anybody's name until they come back the second time.
You won't come back, so there's no point for me to remember your name.
Yep. And then
They're all Fidel now.
no, Fidel's one of a kind, man. Never figured. This is Davion against the side, and
What was that?
He stepped over the middle line, so got out because he stepped over the line. This guy also, I think, stepped over the line, but he didn't get called out because of that, and so he got jacked in the nuts.
It looks like he's getting a butt thrown at him right here.
He's getting a butt.
That's what it does. Like there's the crack. It looks like someone just throwing a butt at him.
Your butt. You got a butt thrown at him.
Butt.
That's Davion. Davion he's a baseball player. He's got a really strong arm, but because of the way they teach you to throw with your feet like planted on the ground, he can't dodge very well. So if you can avoid his throw and throw the ball at him at the same time, he's not going to dodge. He's just going to stand there and take it. But this one he did really well because no one could get out of the way.
All right, you got another highlight on here somewhere?
That's it. You got them both.
So we had multiple highlights. I was expecting there to be a ton of highlights.
That was a ton. I did too.
Looks like Sam has moved up to the 18 and up group.
Oh man, I just whoever wants to show up, they're welcome. I just don't want to make any little kids cry, so they gotta have their parents sacrifice them,
There you
go. All right. Thanks for the sports report, Sam. Always good to see you out there.
Speaking of sports report, I didn't have any football highlights this week because two of my players didn't show up, and one of the players that didn't show up, his dad is the guy that usually records our games. So no football highlights this week, but we did win our game 26-13. So still undefeated, 6-0 now.
Undefeated?
Yeah.
There you go. That's all that matters.
All right, and it's time for mega character matchup where I didn't change that. It's not Squirtle Girl versus Kraven the Hunter. It's actually it's Kraven the Hunter versus Adam Warlock. So why don't you go ahead and refresh us on Kraven the Hunter here, Sam?
Okay, Kraven is very impressive physically. He's got an 80 out of 100 for intelligence, 60 out of 100 for strength, 65 out of 100 for speed, 70 out of 100 for durability, 75 out of 100 agility. Reflexes are 80. Combat is 90. Stamina is 85. Stealth 95. That's his tied for his highest stat. Weapon mastery 85 and tactical prep. You leave this guy alone for 2 weeks and you're toast.
All right, now Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock, an even more impressive specimen. He's got 90 out of 100 intelligence, cosmic level strategist, deep understanding of metaphysics and cosmic forces. And 85 out of 100 for strength. He can lift 40 to 50 tons. Strength increases with cosmic energy absorption. His speed is 80 out of 100. He's got hypersonic flight. Enhanced. Can you go back one? Can you go back to my guy, Kraven? Okay. All right, go back. 90 out of 100 for durability. Nearly invulnerable. It survives cosmic blasts and planet-level threats. 95 out of 100 energy projection. He can fire cosmic blast, quantum energy, and soul-based attacks. He has 75 out of 100 combat skilled. He's skilled but relies on power more than martial arts. His stamina is 95 out of 100. He can fight for days. Cosmic energy sustains him. His agility is 70 out of 100, enhanced but not his primary strength. His reflexes are 85 out of 100. He has superhuman reactions, precognitive flashes. Cosmic awareness is one of those special abilities, is 90 out of 100. He senses disturbances in reality, souls, and cosmic balance. His regeneration is unparalleled. He can resurrect via his cocoon, heals from near-death states. He's basically Goku in the regeneration chamber. He's got a 95 out of 100 soul manipulation with the soul gem. He can drain souls, read minds, and trap consciousness. This is going to be a tough one for old Kraven. Here's our scenario. First up, the hunt beyond reason. The Kalahari Desert, Adam Warlock has descended to meditate and stabilize a cosmic disturbance beneath the sands. Craven, sensing the presence of a being beyond anything he has ever hunted, sees this as the ultimate test of his life's philosophy, to conquer the unconquerable. He knows Warlock is not human. He knows Warlock is not even mortal, but Craven has never backed down from a hunt. This time he prepares like never before. Craven spends weeks studying Warlock from afar, observing his meditation cycles, tracking his energy fluctuations, mapping the terrain, testing how animals react to Warlock's aura, preparing specialized toxins, traps, and sensory disruptors. He knows he cannot overpower Warlock. He must outthink him. Craven's goal is not to kill Warlock. That would be impossible. His goal is to force a submission, a symbolic victory. Craven strikes at dawn. He uses vibrational dampeners to mask his presence, flash toxins that disrupt cosmic perception, sonic traps that destabilize energy fields, and adamantium-tipped spears coated in neurotoxins. Warlock rises from meditation, surprised, not by the attack, but by the fact that Craven got this close. Craven lands a hit, a real hit. Warlock feels the sting, not pain, but the shock of being touched by a mortal. Adam Warlock unleashes a controlled burst of cosmic energy. It tears through the desert, vaporizing Craven's traps and scattering sand for miles. Craven is thrown back, but survives thanks to his enhanced physiology, his potion-based durability, and his armor designed to absorb concussive force. Warlock warns him, "You cannot win this hunt." Craven smiles, "I already have." Round 4, the Hunter's Gambit. Oh man, this is a long one. Craven activates his final trap, a quantum disruption field stolen from AIM. It doesn't harm Warlock, but it scrambles his cosmic senses, forcing him into a purely physical confrontation. For the first time, Warlock is fighting without cosmic awareness, precognition, energy projection, or soul manipulation. He's still vastly stronger, but now he is blind to the future. Craven attacks with pressure point strikes, poisons designed to slow energy flow, nets reinforced with vibranium mesh, perfect timing, and relentless aggression. Warlock is forced into the defensive. Craven leaps, spear in hand, aiming for Warlock's heart, or Warlock's throat. Not to kill, but to force him to yield. Warlock catches the spear. Craven expected this. He triggers a final toxin, a neurological dampener that disrupts Warlock's motor control for a fraction of a second. That fraction is enough. Craven pins Warlock to the ground with a reinforced net, pressing a blade to his throat. Warlock could break free with a cosmic burst, but the disruption field prevents it. Warlock exhales. "You have bested me, Hunter." Craven steps back, victorious. What? Upset. Why?
I had to run this 3 times because it had Craven win. I was like, no, seriously. Who wins? He won every time. And I was like, there's no way. I was like, seriously. That's why it says serious version. I was like, seriously. And every time Craven came out the winner.
Well, let's look at the keys to victory. He prepares obsessively. He studies Warlock's weaknesses. I mean, how does he perceive cosmic awareness? Like, how does he know that? He forces a non-cosmic confrontation. He uses tech, toxins, and traps to level the like. Okay, here's the part that is driving me crazy. How does something that disrupts cosmic perception not affect Craven? How does it not affect him so that he can get close, right? Like, okay, I've got a machine that turns off the sun. Okay, what does it do to me? It can turn off the sun, but what does it do to me? Just setting it up.
It's got to be the lion blood, the radioactive lion blood he carries.
Yeah, I got raped by a radioactive lion as a child. Yeah.
There it is.
But there it is.
Doesn't make
Craven the Hunter takes down Adam Warlock. sticks hitting the bong would make him a legend. Let's see
No, thank
who
you.
Adam Warlock, or I mean,
I was gonna
Craven the
do a
Hunter faces off
podcast,
against
then I
next.
got high.
Arrow.
Oh, that's a
okay.
good one. That's a good matchup. Battle of the two autistic heroes.
Autistic. What?
Autistic. Whoa.
All right. Well, you have to tune in next week to see who comes out victorious between Craven the Hunter and Arrow, aka Stephen Amell. All right. And now that brings us to best and worst covers of the week. Watch your ears. If I can find the intro. Cha cha cha, ooh la la, stick your hands in hot lava. Our first cover of the week and our worst category goes to this cover K 1 in 25 Jillian March variant for DCKO issue 4. What is going on with old Guy Gardner back here?
That's like, what do you hate about this? I think it's pretty cool. What's the
You
part
think
that's
Guy
bugging you?
Gardner back? I mean, here, let me see if I can. Won't let me
All right,
zoom
look.
it in for you here.
Why Guy Gardner? I don't get why Guy Gardner has to be there, but
No, I mean the face. He looks like he's like blowing out his O-ring here. Everyone else is doing blue steel, handsome squid. Look at Wonder Woman, handsome Squidward Wonder Woman.
okay, but she is handsome, so whatever.
Nah, they're all doing handsome. What is Superman Asian?
It's right.
Oh, snap. That's so funny.
When is Aquaman Asian?
I don't
And
know.
you got Cyborg back here. He's like, listen, I'm cool enough that I made the image, but I'm not cool enough to really be seen. I'm almost transparent back there.
That's the haze. It's the morning haze.
Yeah, this covers the haze, all right. No
I
go.
love that. I love the turtle shell shoulder pads.
Right?
Superman.
I like
Let me get some Koopa shell shoulder guards.
I like that Green Lantern has more clothes on than Wonder Woman.
But no, I thought it looks like Wonder Woman has more clothes than Green Guy Gardner.
You don't think it looks like Guy Gardner's wearing fishnets?
It does look like he's wearing fishnets. Yes,
Yeah,
it's supposed
it
to be
does. It totally
chainmail, but
does.
100% looks like fishnets.
He probably got high heels on too.
He's getting ready to do the time warp again.
It's just a jump to the mountain.
He's gonna step into the time tunnel.
Let's do the time warp again.
Just not
Guy
Green
Gardner,
Lantern.
played by Tim Curry.
That would have been epic.
Guy Gardner.
They all have shoulder pads. It's football season.
Yeah, baby.
Hint, not this
is their
one.
Super Bowl cover.
I looked at the covers this week and it's been a while and I wasn't impressed. There's some good ones out here. They're a Twisted Sister cover band.
And they went to Mario Brothers for their shoulder pads.
You have this cover or the cover A with the Absolute Trinity. Which one do you choose? Yeah. Hint, not this one. Next up, we have this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 15. Oh, shit. It's so zoomed in now.
Oh, man. This makes me want to show
That's
something.
all right to me.
There we go. 1 in 50 Emma Kubert variant. Why are it's like all the turtles are gender bent? They all look female.
They do. Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but every single turtle in here looks female. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just I don't dig it.
They all look like they're part of a certain committee.
And it looks like Leonardo here is dropping a deuce off page or off panel. So just not great.
Mhm.
Then we have the Spider-Man Noir Eric Larson variant. This looks
Oh,
like
that's
it's
Eric
something
Larson?
out of do you remember the old
Oh, it's Frank Miller.
no, I was gonna say it looks like it was animated by whoever did Duckman, that old TV show back in the 90s.
Hey, Matt, can you go back to the turtle one?
Duckman.
All right, when I was like probably
When I
17.
was 17.
Yeah, when I was 17, I drew this.
Nice. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, like I was a 17-year-old and I could do this. Why can't they do something like that for the cover? Why are they gonna make the turtles look like that?
You should submit it for a cover.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to make it big?
Oh,
You should never ever approach another man and be like, "Hey, you want to make it big?"
yeah, man, that's good. That is great. I like the little Statue of Liberty in the back.
Little Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, good use of backdrop and
Impressive, Sam.
Yeah, I got a
Very
couple. I got a
Very
couple.
good.
That is. See, Todd
ahead of calling
has
it the
it the right
notice.
way. Do you want to put it main screen?
Yeah, put it in main screen. Here's a Batman I did a long time ago.
He's doing handsome Squidward.
Well, yeah, dude. I don't know why you got a problem with handsome Squidward. That's the DC
Duck face
look.
Batman.
That's the DC look.
It's not bad. Why aren't you doing comic books, Sam?
I stopped drawing a long time ago.
It's never too late to pick that back up.
Stopped drawing when he was 18.
But yeah, this does give you cold steel, blue steel. It does give off very Frank Miller vibes, but also that's the first thing I thought. I was like, man, this reminds me of that show Duckman that was on USA back in the 90s. Voiced by the dude who played I can't think of the actor's name, who played George in Seinfeld.
And what girl in this day of age wears that kind of negligee?
Jason Alexander, is that who you're talking
Yes, thank you, Jason Alexander. Thank you. Well, this is noir, so this is old timey 1920s.
Okay. I guess. Sure.
But who looks at this cover and it's like, hey, I need to pick up that Eric Larson cover.
Looks like he's more not laying on the ground, but falling because his legs in the air.
Yeah, it does look like he's falling. And it looks like her gun is splooged, not smoking. Sam wants Keaton to make it big. Make it bigger.
Make it bigger, Matt. Anybody
I misfired.
It looks like an Eric Larson cover. Then we have this Babs Tarr cover on Sirens Love Hurts Book 1.
You don't like this?
You like this?
I mean,
It's different.
I don't know what
I
to
hate it. I
about
just think it's different.
It's just like that. It's like
Just
kind
different.
of taking some anime vibe inspiration, but
Babs. Yeah, that's how Babs Tarr. That's how she draws.
joke's on you. I'm into that.
Nah, I've seen way better covers than Babs Tarr, but from Babs Tarr than this.
Okay, I feel like you're picking nits, and that's okay. But I like
No.
this. I like
Yeah,
it.
I don't mind this. I like.
You think this will be wait till you actually see the cover from this book that made the best covers of the week. That'll be the hit. This cover is not good. This cover is absolute garbage. I am really questioning all of your taste if you think
I'm
this
not
cover
hating
is
on
good.
it. I'm not gonna hate on it.
This cover is garbage. Garbage.
Okay, well, I'm not a pro, but I like this.
Keep saying it. Let's make it good.
I will keep saying it. If I could put trash across it. I would.
Shout to the rooftops.
Yes. Black Canary has a come hither look. I don't mind the Poison Ivy. I don't mind the Black Canary. I don't mind the Harley Quinn. It's the Catwoman that makes this cover booty hole to me.
I don't know. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not good.
And then worst cover of the week, Jar Jar number one. And listen, every single one of this book just made it not at any fault of the artists of their own. It's not Clarky's fault at all. It's just that it's Jar Jar, and we don't need a Jar Jar. Who asked for a Jar Jar cover? Who asked for a Jar Jar book?
Unless they're making him a Dark Lord of the Sith, I don't want it.
We don't need
I
a
saw
Jar
a
Jar
reel.
book.
I saw a reel last week where someone said that Ryan Reynolds looks like Jar Jar Binks. I was like, what? I was like, what? They're like, yeah, he's got a Jar Jar face because his eyes are little. They're not the right distance apart. I was like, oh, I do kind of see it. They're too close together. Yeah, maybe a little bit. But
Look, this cover looks like Babs Tarr was trying to do a Bruce Timm impression. Her art reminds me of Bruce Timm's, but not as good.
I see that. I see where you see that. Yeah.
But we don't need a Jar Jar Binks comic book. But that'll bring us to our best covers of the week. We have this cover C handing variant on Wonder Woman, the annual.
I got a snake.
Number one. Beautiful cover.
I'm a snake. Look at me, I'm a snake.
Where's the guy who played Jar Jar wrote that book? Oof.
Oh,
Tom's going to hate masturbate this book. Only if he does it in the pickle suit.
The pickle suit.
I think this cover is awesome for absolute Wonder Woman annual.
Oh, the pickle.
That does look good.
Sorry.
Then we got this cover H Ben Oliver face-off variant for DCKO number 4. Good Joker cover here.
Okay.
Then we get this 1 in 100 Juker, I don't know how to pronounce that. Urke variant for Ultimate X-Men 24. This is also a trade dress. Ejikuri. It's also a
that's a nice one.
Trade dress.
Ejikuri is he's a good artist.
Cover as well, if you don't want the 1 in 100.
Yeah.
Then you got this Talavera Black Cat number 7. This cover is absolutely gorgeous. What'd you say, Sticks?
I'm tired of Black Cat covers.
No way. This Black Cat cover is stunning. The minute I saw this
cover,
cover,
that's not a good cover.
The minute I saw this cover, I called my LCS and I was like, listen, I need you to make sure that this cover gets pulled and put in my box.
You know for sure Dom liked this one.
Because that cover is stunning.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be on the Dom game.
Did Dom like this cover?
Yes, yeah, he did.
Now, here's a Turtles cover.
Yeah,
it's cover D,
cool.
Victor Faro variant. This is a banger of a Turtles cover. I got to remove the chat just so you can fully appreciate this cover.
That's dope. I love that.
This painted cover,
it's
fantastic.
It's at least better than mine.
It's on par, Sam. Don't sell yourself short.
Oh, dude. That's really good. That is really good.
This one should be framed in a wall.
I like the watercolors in the back. That's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got this Godtail variant on Cyclops, because if any artist can make Cyclops actually look halfway cool, they deserve to be on this list. Yes, Kevin, I do like Turtles as well.
I like Turtles.
I like Turtles.
I like turtles.
To cue that up real quick.
There you go.
Drop the ball, boys. Then we get this Yvonne Toe 1 in 25 for Amazing Spider-Man Torn. It's a really good mid-swing Spider-Man. Sam's needs ink. Need to ink it, Sam.
No, oh gosh. Maybe I should just scan it. And I can send everybody prints.
There you go.
I'll ink it for you. Then we got this 1 in 100 Eric M. Geist Virgin variant on Moon Knight. This is also trade dress as well. Open order trade dress. Beautiful Moon Knight cover.
Yeah, true.
Then you got this Adi Granoff version or variant for Wade Wilson Deadpool #1. Solid Deadpool. There's a Scotty Young cover with this is pretty cool too, but I went with I like this one a little bit more. Just for the simplicity of it. Then I figured that AOA would be proud of this cover here. Captain America, Alien versus Captain America cover. It's a strong Captain America cover facing down the Xenomorph.
Takes a while for the series to come out, but I heard it's pretty good. I haven't read it.
I haven't read it either. I got tired of Alien and Predator already.
Alien versus
Well, Alien and Alien versus Captain America, Spider-Man, whatever, and Predator versus
Wolverine.
Everyone. That's right.
Matt doesn't really like cranberry mixing with the other juices either. He likes straight apple or straight grape, straight cranberry. Right. Mix them together.
Yeah.
Get that shit away from my juice.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got this Lucio Perillo variant on Adventures of Superman Book of L #6. Strong Superman variant. Yes, pissed. Godzilla versus everyone.
Yeah, Godzilla versus Portland now.
I mean, they literally have a Godzilla versus Avengers, Godzilla versus Turtles, Godzilla, like everyone right now.
Do they have a Godzilla versus Power Rangers? Because that would actually make sense.
They do. They used to. I mean, they had one previous.
Got this Cabarella variant on Venom 254. I like the Madam Mask in Venom's eyes. BK says Superman wins. And then this is a beautiful cover right here. Sirens Love Hurts #1. Soza Micah variant. Come on. It's way better than that Babs Tar one.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't know about way better.
I love the Sex and the City homage. It's way better, dude. Way better cover than that Babs Tar one.
I like this one too.
Way better. You like the Chew cover? I don't know, man. I think this is better than the Chew. I think this is the best of them. Catwoman looks amazing. Black Canary, Poison Ivy, they all look fantastic.
I don't know. Harley Quinn's got a flat butt.
Meh. Tyson says, yes, I did pick up the Soza Micah. My man, Tyson. And then we got this absolute Batman 15. I don't really ever put second prints on here, but I felt like this deserved it. Second print, Gabriel Del Auto cover. I normally don't buy second prints either, but I'm definitely going to pick up this one because this Del Auto is phenomenal. More Absolute Joker, please. And that's it for best and worst covers of the week. This week, now we're going to roll right into first appearances this week. We had a couple of them. And DCKO Night Fight issue 4, the final issue of this fantastic DCKO story. We got the first appearance of Damian Wayne as Batman in an alternate dimension. Previously appeared not in costume in Night Fight #3. But I kind of like the homage to the classic, the classic Batman look there with Damian Wayne. The long, straight, pointed ears. I like it. Good story. I really want more from Night Fight. I thought this was a fantastic series and tie-in. I'm so disappointed that it was only 4 issues. And then for DC cross AEW, of all things. Yeah, Batman's grandson, Alfred. Or Alfie. Actually, his first appearance was the previous issue 3. We got the first appearance of the Magistrate, which is this dude right here, looking like he's straight out of the first Thanksgiving Pilgrim.
First Thanksgiving.
This book is stupid. I don't even know why this book was made. Like, really, just because AEW's on HBO Max, like, really,
Yes.
we needed to make this? So stupid. So stupid. That you're going to
I'm
have
sure Tony Khan put up the money for this.
Mercedes Monet and Lex Luthor together at the end of the book. Stupid. Just, come on. Why?
Is Luthor going for all the titles too?
Probably. They're it just no thanks.
Yeah.
And then in Magic and Colossus, you get the first appearance of Lady Midday and the first cameo appearance of the Immortal. There's Lady Midday right here. And here's the Immortal right here, his cameo, where he's just eating, looks like a soul coming in. He's just like, it's like you grabbing someone who blow you a kiss. He's like, wrong.
That's their version of the quickening.
Sonic the Hedgehog 84, you got the first appearance of Sage, a humanoid AI program. If you're a Sonic collector, I don't know if many of you are Sonic collectors, but there you go. If you're a Sonic collector. And then Ultimate Wolverine 14, you got the introduction of Ultimate Lady Deathstrike.
Oh, okay.
Looking a lot cooler than your normal Deathstrike.
Definitely got the long fingernails.
Ooh, those long finger blades. With some like Japanese going on in between the blades.
Yeah, sick. And that brings us to my comic book picks of the week this week. And for me, my picks were, of course, DC Night Fight issue 4. Absolutely loved issue 4 of Night Fight. I loved that Batman. If you're reading it or not reading it, spoiler alert, Batman's about to be back into the DCKO tournament in issue 4, where they're about to face off against the absolute versions of themselves. So there's that. And it's just a lot of fun. Batman's grandson, seeing all the different Batmans, kind of seeing Batman in a world. It's kind of like the Heart of Apocalypse fully is giving Batman everything he's ever wanted, but using it against him. He's now living in a future where his son is Batman. He's dead in this future, but he finds out that his son is Batman, and Damian Wayne has done what he has not been able to do so far, and that is absolutely eradicate all crime in Gotham, to where Gotham is like the safest place in the world now, and there's no need for a Batman anymore. So it's kind of like his worst is end goal, but also worst fears being realized at the same time. But absolutely loved Night Fight number 4. And then we had Absolute Superman number 16, where we kind of got a little node to I believe, if I remember correctly, it's Black Adam, but you got a nice little battle between Absolute Hawkman and Superman, where Absolute Hawkman just pones the shit out of Superman, beats him all over this book. So very good. Yeah, Hawkman Origin. Very good book. And then you got Battle Nexus, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you're a Turtles fan, you got this bi-weekly Battle Nexus book where they're taking different versions of Turtles from different universes into this ultimate battleground. Think think Secret Wars type stuff.
Like a battle
This
world.
one, yeah, you had Donatello from the IDW universe versus Metalhead, which they have a history. If you go all the way back to, I want to say it's like issue, I was like 59, maybe I'm wrong about that, of Turtles, where Donatello is killed by Bebop and Rocksteady, and they put his consciousness in Metalhead while they fix his body and make him a new shell. So it's interesting to see Donatello versus Metalhead. So like the first issue you had, or it's actually issue 2, you had the IDW Leonardo versus the Mirage Shredder.
Oh yeah.
You had just different version, like I said, different version of characters throughout. So like in this issue, you have the IDW Turtles meeting like the or the 2000s remake cartoon Leonardo, and then like the current last iteration. I want to say it's whatever the Nickelodeon one was, Donatello. So it's just all these different versions of Turtles throughout the world, or throughout the universes battling each other. It's a fun book. It's a bi-weekly book, so I enjoy it. And then of course we have Batman number 6, Matt Fraction Batman. Tim Drake is no longer Robin. He has decided to give up the Robin mantle to pursue his relationship with his boyfriend. So it's Tim Drake as Robin no more, which has caused a lot of controversy amongst Batman fans this week. But I really enjoyed the book, although I've heard a lot of people saying that they don't like it. But if you're a Matt Fraction fan and you read his stuff, you understand that it takes him a few issues to really get cooking, because he's one of those guys whose writing is kind of all over the place, and it takes a little bit for it all to like come together and cohesively mesh. But I've really enjoyed what he's done so far with Batman. And that's it for my comic book picks of the week. Let me know what you guys are reading in the comment section below. And with that, I will hand it over to Sam for which song did Sam rap better this week. And Sam, what are her options?
All right, let's go to the next slide. I don't know which order you put them in. All right, so we got What You Say by Jason Derulo and Houdini by Eminem. All right, here we go. What you say? Oh, that you only meant well. Well, of course you did. What you say? That it's all for the best. Of course it is. I was so wrong for so long, only trying to please myself. Girl, I was caught up in her lust when I don't really want no one else. So no, I know I should have treated you better, but me and you were meant to last forever. So let me in, give me another chance to really be your man. Oh, because when the roof caved in and the truth came out, I just didn't know what to do. But when I become a star, we'll be living so large, I'll do anything for you. So tell me, girl, what you say? Oh, that you only meant well. Well, of course you did. What you say? That it's all for the best. Of course it is. What you say? All right, that's it. It's hard for me to do that. It's all over the place.
Group hug.
All right, next is Houdini.
This should be fun.
All right. Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Well, look what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue. And it's sticking out, yeah, like a sore thumb, with a forehead that it grew horns from. Still a white jerk, pulling up in a Chrysler to the cipher with a Vicks Perks and a Bud Light shirt. Lyrical technician, an electrician, y'all light work? And I don't gotta play pretend. If it's you, I make believe. And you know I'm here to stay, because me, if I was ever to take a leave, it would be aspirin to break a fever. It was, if I was to ask Megan the what stallion, it would be to collab with me. Would I really have a shot at a feat? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back. Black. Abracadabra. It's my last trick. I'm about to reach in my bag, bruh. Abracadabra. And just like that, and I'm back, bruh. All right, there you go.
You should do your own Super Bowl halftime show tomorrow. I should say big game halftime show.
The big game. All right, so what do these have in common?
I don't know what they're about. Magic. I don't know.
The sampling. They sample heavy. The Houdini samples Abracadabra from the 70s. And then What You Say samples from Hide and Seek by Imogen Heap. So
Gotcha.
both
If
big,
you say so.
heavy sampling songs. So
Sam needs a bigger stage. All right, Sticks, do you have a time tunnel this week?
No, sir.
It's because you live in it.
Yep.
All right. Well, that brings us to our final segment of the night. That segment that has everybody running for the hills where you say, I don't want to talk about hot chicks and dudes. I just want to talk about comics. It's time for another rousing rendition of S&S Presents Missed Connections. I have to say thank you to Tyson, who helps submit misconnections for us and finds them for us and submits them to me. He picked a good crop this week. A couple of them had my wife audibly laughing as I was reading them to her today when we were when I was putting the show together. So we'll lead off with Sam as always.
Okay, this is already off to a great start. Okay, let me get the accent. Okay. Shave your pubes. New York City. We met a while back. I was the middle-aged Italian guy. You had asked me to shave your pubes as you were having trouble doing it yourself. I ended up doing it a few times. We lost touch, but I would be interested in doing it again.
We had a 30-minute conversation after this one about how I think this is a $1 billion idea. Pube barber. Dude, think of it. Like, Valentine's Day is coming up. You're like, I want to get my lady something real nice. When she goes down on me, I need to have a little heart shaved in my pubes. Yeah, they have anestheticians, but I'm talking like actual pube barber. Like, I want to ask my girlfriend to marry me. So when she comes down on me, I want to be able
heart-shaped pubes. Is that what you want?
No. I want you to etch "Will you marry me" in my pubes. So when she goes down on me, it's like a proposal. I want everyone to know that I love my boyfriend. So I want you to etch his face in my pubes. So it's like what people do with haircuts.
I want cornrows on my scrotes. I want rolls.
There you go.
Corn scrotes.
It's $1 million business.
I want you to weave my pubes. Give me extensions. I don't want them shaved. I want extensions.
Dom shaved somebody's pubes.
I want pube extensions. I want like puff, blow them out.
You want a pube perm? Get him a pube perm. Like, dude, could you imagine like just doing a high top fade on someone's pubes where it looks like you fucking pull a chick's pants down? It looks like fucking Kid and Play down there from House Party with
the perm that's like right here.
Yeah.
For real.
$1 million idea, man. Pube barber.
Yeah. Well, I've already got the little knit cap for my wiener, so
yeah.
Go right along.
And good night to all. Got to be smooth down there to prevent choking on pubes. All right. Where's my good friend? Looking for my good friend, John Masca Road. We used to jerk each other at the Video Extra. Looking to rekindle that browser basement role play.
Jeez. Bowser's basement role play.
Yeah.
Peaches.
Missing my friends, Corning. Haven't talked since Pound Town.
You
So
know,
was it
it,
really?
Hey, Corning isn't too far from me there, buddy.
it complicates things when you go to Pound Town. Sometimes
Are you
it's tough
saying
to
this
stay
is?
friends.
Are you saying this is your post 6?
I'm not saying this is my post. I'm saying it's not far from me.
It's targeted 2 sticks.
From
It's just
Bruce?
Maybe.
reaching out.
Is it targeted 2 sticks from Bruce, or is it targeted
And-
2 sticks from this guy?
Corning is the opposite way from
Hey,
Bruce.
yo, let me shave your pubes, sticks. Listen, my friends down here since Pound Town. To the 2 cute girls at Lux with the taser.
This one made me audibly laugh.
I regret not taking the 2 of you up on the offer to tase me. It would have been a memorable night. You never forget your first time being tased. If the 2 of you are down, I would enjoy an electrifying night with both of you.
Let me shave your pubes, and then you can tase me. Oh,
Tase me. This is called electrolysis. We're gonna zap fry all my pubal hairs, and then there'll be public hairs.
is there no true knights left in Westeros? Looking out at the lookout. Hey guys, I'm gonna get the old car out tonight and hang out over at the lookout. Hope to connect with other guys who have hot rods, like car or truck head, and like to show off what they got. If interested in meeting up, let me know about that, what time and what you're driving, etc. I like to wax and polish a nice one. What car activities do you like? Later, thanks. Hit me up.
It's crazy.
All right. Somebody like the little tailpipe.
I like crookhead.
That's it. That's our show. That's our last misconnection. I hope you guys had a great night. Stick Zaggy, sorry, I'll take the bus.
Oh no, that's okay. I think I'll take the bus.
William is horse near
No, thank
me.
you.
Some dude killed himself by putting their head in a deep fryer. Fuck. An Olive Garden of all places. Good
What
night.
the heck?
Good
Oh,
night.
yeah, Lord.
Kevin, what the heck, bro?
Yeah.
That's
But-
crazy.
That's our show for this week. I hope you guys had a great time hanging out. Make sure to check out more from Styx every Tuesday night on his channel for the Doctor Who Rewind. You can check out Sam over on his Triple D Dodgeball Instagram. You can check out more from me on my channel, Absolute Geek, every day. You can check out me and Styx and Dom doing our wrestling podcast every Thursday night on Off the Mat. Styx, what do we got going on this week potentially?
Potentially, we have Kyle Starks coming on to talk about his comic book Wrestle Heist.
There you go.
Very interesting. Looking forward to it.
So come over Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time to check out Off the Mat as we talk to Kyle about Wrestle Heist. You can check out all the great content on Renovision throughout the week. Peach Shorts, the Tax Show on Wednesdays, the Star Wars show tomorrow night. If you're not watching the Super Bowl, because I believe JJ said today on his Whatnot stream that they are doing a show tomorrow night. So if you're not interested in watching the Seattle Seahawks or the New England Patriots take on each other tomorrow night in Super Bowl 60, then you can, the boys over at the Star Wars show have got you covered with some good content there. Check out all Peach Shorts throughout the week. Make sure to check out the CBSI Presents Hot 10 list Friday nights, followed by, or, you know, same time as potentially the Qualified. And you are coming right back here tomorrow night or next Saturday night. Well, let's talk about that because it's Valentine's Day. So I don't know if you boys have Valentine's
I won't be here
Day
next
plans.
Saturday.
You won't be here next Saturday?
I'll be at Toy Fair in New York City.
Okay. Sticks will be at Playing with Toys.
I
Just
don't,
playing with my
have-
toys.
I don't have any Valentine's Day plans.
Okay. So
So I don't know.
possibly we'll be here next week. I'm not going to set anything in stone because it is Valentine's Day. So
Right.
Yes, go Seahawks. I'm not rooting for the Patriots. Go Seahawks. That's why I'm backing tomorrow night. What about you, Sam? Who are you backing tomorrow?
Okay, so my wife has come up with this thing where we have to go against each other no matter what. And so she picked the Seahawks.
Must be a winner.
She's like, you have to go for the Patriots. So I'm rooting for the Patriots as far as she's concerned, but I really don't care who wins. It's
I don't either, but I would just, if I have to pick, I'm going Seahawks. Yes, Cosmic, that is true. The Seahawks will be up for sale at the end of the season. And they're probably going to, if they win the Super Bowl, they're probably going to command a even bigger price. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about you, Sticks?
That's crazy. I'm an AFC guy, so I'll probably pull for the Patriots, even though I don't like the Patriots.
All right. Well, you can't win them all.
That's so funny.
But all right, Sticks. I'll bring you back in. I'll let that go. But all right. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl tomorrow night. Sam, take us out with some words of wisdom.
Hey, February, the season of love. And I got one right here. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. Deep thoughts from Jack Handy.
Jack Handy. All right. On that note, have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you potentially next Saturday night.
Either you've got me confused with somebody else, or this is a joke.